I want to dump my boyfriend because he won't let me sleep. I moved into my boyfriend's house. He owns it 3 weeks ago, and it's been really difficult. We've been fighting constantly, mostly because he doesn't let me sleep.
What is he doing?
I work 9 to 5, so I need to wake up around 8 a.m. He works whenever he wants and doesn't have a set sleep schedule. I used to go to bed between 11 to 11:30 p.m. before living with him. I compromised and pushed it to 12 to 12:30 a.m., but there are nights when he doesn't go to bed until 4, 5, 6, or even 7 a.m. By the way, this comes from Pretty Step 5094, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So, the house has a master bedroom and a guest bedroom. I was initially sleeping in the master, but he would constantly go in and out, disrupting me. When I yelled at him about it, he'd say, "Give me 10 minutes and I'll be in bed." Hours would pass with him still awake, making noise in the kitchen or living room. He told me I could go to sleep without him. He claims he needs to access the master bedroom because that's where all his things are. I tried sleeping in the guest room, which doesn't have a lock. But instead of just using the master bedroom, he'd come into the guest room and disrupted my sleep there too. Why? I've only been getting 5 to 6.5 hours of sleep for weeks now. And I'm completely exhausted. I feel broken. Honestly, I would move out. My breaking point. Yesterday evening, I told him I had a doctor's appointment at 8 a.m. before work, so I needed to be up by 6:30 a.m. I got ready for bed at 10 p.m. in the guest room, planning to sleep by 11. I put a note on the door saying I have to be up early, please be considerate. I fell asleep around 11:30 p.m. with my eye mask on, fan for white noise, and a sleep podcast playing. Oh my God, I know this.
No.
This girl is me.
Could not.
He came in 3 times while I was sleeping and woke me up each time. He was wasted. Turned on the light and pulled up my eye mask. I begged him every time to let me sleep because I had to wake up early. Then he started making noise in the hallway saying he was having 8 spicy dancers over and making inappropriate sounds. I told him I'm leaving. I just want to sleep. Why won't you let me sleep? I was on my hands and knees on the floor crying. I knew she was crying before she even said that. And he said, I'm sorry. I was just playing. I'm a knucklehead. It's now 1 a.m. I told him I needed to get some sleep and planned to sleep in my car. As I left, he called me saying he was sorry and in bed and asking me to come back. When I returned, he wasn't in bed. He was in the basement doing laundry. I tried to sleep again, but he came in and I started cuddling me and telling me he loved me and apologized. I asked him to come to my appointment with me and he agreed. When I went to the bathroom, he followed me there and stayed for 10 minutes claiming he was taking NyQuil. I completely lost it. I went into the bedroom and swept everything off the dresser onto the floor, then knocked over the nightstand lamps, breaking one. He pushed me onto the bed and started frantically looking for a necklace he claimed he couldn't find. What? I was scared, so I helped him look for it. It was past 2 a.m. when we finally went to sleep in the guest room. He took my side of the bed. So I moved to the master bedroom until my alarm went off. The morning after, when I woke him up the next morning, he noticed his dental veneer was missing and accused me of taking it. I said I didn't, and I offered to help him find it, but I had to leave for my appointment. He decided to stay and look for it. On my way to the appointment, he texted me, "You don't care about me. Get out and leave me alone. You're one of the most selfish individuals I've ever met." I didn't respond. Then he called saying he found the veneer. I went to my appointment, came home, and worked from 9 to 5:30 p.m. while he slept. I'm getting a hotel tonight and looked into moving out this weekend. I feel horrible about throwing his things on the floor, but I can't handle this constant sleep deprivation anymore. And there is an update, folks.
Oh my gosh, she definitely moved out.
Update 1. Thank you to everyone for your responses and for opening my eyes to the reality of my situation. I feel like I've been in a daze, doubting myself and questioning my sanity. Lack of sleep definitely doesn't help. I logged off work early saying I wasn't feeling well and checked into a hotel. Not the closest one because I think he might look for my car there first. Finally going to sleep now. Update 2. Oh, This is a different relationship from my previous posts. Oh, he actually proposed to me at the end of May 2024 and only after a few months of dating, with a stunning engagement ring. I said I wasn't sure because it was too soon. I wore it for a day, then gave it back, saying I wanted us to know each other better and live together before taking that step. In July, I accepted a contract startup position halfway across the country and was gone for weeks at a time. He had asked me to move into his apartment before I accepted that position, but I told him I wanted to see the job through first. When I'd come back for 1 to 2 weeks at a time, we'd stay together. He always stayed up later than me, until 1 to 2 a.m. Oh no.
Oh no, called it.
But he was respectful. He'd use headphones, turn off lights, and be quiet when I was sleeping. The problems
Until
only started after I moved into his house in mid-November.
here we go.
He told me he wanted to put me on the deed of the house, but I declined. There's a safe in the house where he keeps cash, probably substances too, maybe a pew-pew. He was evasive when I asked. He offered to give me the code, but I said no because I didn't want to be accused if anything went missing. The red flags were there, and my intuition was trying to warn me. I should have listened sooner. Good news, I slept for 11 hours. My parents live 5 hours away. I was planning to see them on Christmas Eve anyway. I called and told them everything. I'm staying with a friend tonight, and my dad offered to pick me up tomorrow. I'll be there for a few weeks at least. I'm going to break up with my boyfriend, but I want to be a few states away before I tell him. If he shows up at my parents' house, we're calling the police. My dad and brother said they'll come back with me later to get the rest of my belongings, though I don't know if I ever want to go back there. I just know I can't do it right now. Update 3. I broke up with my ex. Yay! And he's been calling and leaving voicemails. He's accused me of coming to his home the day after Christmas, sleeping in his bed until 2 p.m., and stealing $10,000 as well as a green bag. I've never stolen from him, and I was hours away in a different state. He's adamant that I was there, even though he has a Ring camera that would prove I wasn't. I went to a museum with my family and out to dinner with friends. I have 8 people who can verify I was with them. His voicemails include saying he thought about ending it all on Christmas because I'm a selfish person who left him alone, threatening good luck finding your clothes, accusing me of cheating on him. Friends have told me he's been calling a spicy worker because I stayed at a hotel. I still haven't gone back to get my belongings. I want my things, but I don't even know what's left. The thought of seeing him again makes me feel like I can't breathe. I want him to leave me alone. I've considered getting a restraining order, but I'm afraid it will be denied because he has more money and resources than I do. And there are some relevant comments. Wonderful Pause 2690. He's immature and reacting poorly to moving in. How old are you two and how long have you been dating? OP says, I'm 32 and he's 35. We have been dating since February 2024. Gem, Glamour, and Glitter says, what the F did I just read? Did you never sleep at his house before moving in? This is very dysfunctional. Leave. OP says he just bought this house a month ago. I slept at his apartment before I moved in. If he didn't let me sleep, I would leave and go to my own apartment. It wasn't to this degree. If I had to work, he would come to bed by 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. the latest. I don't have my own apartment anymore. He uses increased amounts of booze to sleep. I drink socially a few times per month and I don't use any other substances. This guy was trying to break you so you would do whatever he wanted. Too many women allow it to happen, though the signs are glaring. My only complaint about your post is why on earth you posted here? Do you really think you're the a-hole in this scenario? Opie says, I did. I felt like the a-hole at the time of this post. I have never had a situation where I barged into the bathroom while I knew someone was in there, screamed and yelled at them while banging on the door, tossed someone's belongings off their dresser, broke lamps, and damaged someone else's property. In their house, nonetheless. I have never been violent before. I know I said most nights over the past 3 weeks I was sleeping 5 to 6.5 hours a night, and that's true. I had realistically slept 4 hours max the night before I posted this. I am someone that needs 8 to 9 hours. Maybe that's what makes me the a-hole, but you know what? I'm okay with that. And folks, that's the end of that story.